Teen mom restraining order filed against Janelle Evans. Why? Janelle Evans of Teen Mom fame has recently received a restraining order from ex-August Keene. August released a statement concerning the move. Two insiders, close to August and Janelle respectively, also weighed in on the issue. Janelle first appeared on an episode of 16 and Pregnant, and went on to be part of the Teen Mom 2 series. In 2009, she gave birth to her son Jace. Following this, in 2013, Janelle started a relationship with Nathan Griffith, giving birth to her second child, Kaiser, the following year. In 2017, she gave birth to a daughter, Ensley Jolie Eason, with David Eason. Back in 2024, as previously reported, Janelle had hoped to start a business with manager August Keene, who is also legally known as Daniel Miranda. She was believed to have moved to Las Vegas with her 3 children to be with him. However, as the U.S. Sun reported, August has since filed a restraining order against Janelle. In a statement, he accused her of being a dangerous woman. The restraining order had been filed late last month in a Las Vegas court. Reportedly, the order was submitted through an e-file on January 20. August has shared he is waiting for his first court date. August also released the following statement: Janelle not only made the decision to accuse me of serious accusations, but she set out on a smear hate campaign against me that hurt those around me that love and care for me. I tried to remain quiet for the kids, but for the last 2 weeks, she has been relentless. I have the right as a human being to disengage and leave a toxic relationship. Threats, control, manipulation, and trying to strong-arm me into staying is not love, and it's not safe. Janelle is a dangerous woman with malicious intent. Her narcissistic personality won't allow her to take accountability for any of her wrongdoings. She will continue to slander and create false narratives to manipulate the public into taking her side. This is not a competition or a game, and she will never play with my safety or life again. It stops now here with me. According to a source close to August, the order was filled after Janelle made false allegations against August to police. Allegedly, she claimed he had punched her at her own birthday party. The source also accused Janelle of having hacked and wiped August's phone. For her part, a source close to Janelle told the publication she was planning to file her own restraining order against August soon. This source also denied Janelle receiving any orders at this time. It was also claimed that August was trying to make amends with Janelle as late as January 31. Kailyn Lowry is the problem. In the universe of reality television, particularly MTV's Teen Mom franchise, few names evoke as much divisive conversation as Kailyn Lowry. Once introduced as a vulnerable teenage mother struggling to carve out a future amidst personal chaos, Kailyn has grown into a woman whose choices, behaviors, and public persona have increasingly raised questions. While many fans have lauded her independence and hustle, others have come to view her as emblematic of the deeper problems within reality television culture: manipulation of narrative, exploitation of motherhood, and a chronic pattern of toxicity masked as empowerment. To be blunt, Kailyn Lowry is not simply a cast member, she is a symbol of the problem. The journey of Kailyn's notoriety started innocently enough. When 16 and Pregnant aired her episode in 2010, she was a young, struggling mother trying to find her footing. Her story stood out due to her challenging family dynamics and lack of a stable support system. Initially, viewers empathized with her isolation and the emotional abuse she endured, especially from her mother. The public was rooting for her. But over the years, that empathy transformed into scrutiny, and for good reason. One of the most consistent patterns in Kailyn Lowry's reality TV career has been her near-constant feuds. From the very beginning, conflict has followed her like a shadow. Whether it was fights with Joe Rivera, her first baby daddy, Javi Mariquin, her ex-husband, or Chris Lopez, father of 2 of her later children, Kailyn has seemingly thrived on dysfunction. What's telling is that she rarely seems to reflect on her role in these recurring disputes. In interviews and on her multiple podcasts, Caitlyn often paints herself as the victim, the misunderstood mother just trying to raise her kids in peace. But the evidence repeatedly points to someone who instigates, escalates, and sustains conflict long past its expiration date. From allegedly punching Javi to dragging Chris through years of social media mud, Caitlyn often becomes the common denominator in every feud she enters. It's not just the men in her life either. Her former friendship with fellow Teen Mom cast member Brianna DeJesus turned toxic quickly. While drama and clashing personalities are expected in reality TV, the bitterness between Caitlyn and others is rarely rooted in momentary miscommunication. It often seems deep-seated and chronic, with Caitlyn at the center, aggressively controlling the narrative. One of the things Caitlyn has mastered, and possibly one of the reasons MTV continued to invest in her for so long, is the art of manipulating her narrative. With her multiple podcast ventures, Coffee Convos, Baby Mama's No Drama, and others, she's been able to control her own storyline in a way that few reality stars ever manage. But that narrative control is a double-edged sword. Rather than use it for honesty, growth, or vulnerability, Caitlyn often uses it to shift blame, silence criticism, and promote her own brand of raw truth. A truth that almost always puts her in the right and others in the wrong. For instance, when accused of domestic violence by multiple partners, Caitlyn barely acknowledged the seriousness of the allegations. Instead, she shifted attention to being a misunderstood mother or attacked the credibility of her accusers. She is adept at presenting a curated vulnerability, just enough to garner sympathy but not enough to acknowledge accountability. This tactic has been effective in keeping her fan base loyal, but it undermines the potential for honest discussions around trauma, co-parenting, and healing. Being a mother is central to Caitlyn's public identity, but there is a growing sentiment that she has weaponized that role in both her personal feuds and public persona. Rather than portraying motherhood as a journey filled with learning, she often seems to use her children as leverage, particularly in her co-parenting battles. In many of her conflicts with Chris Lopez, Caitlyn has allegedly denied visitation, publicly humiliated him, and then turned around to claim that she is just doing what's best for her children.